Here we are on our position previews, and we're talking tight ends. Mike Kraft, Brian Strickland, Max Henson. And guys, number 88 has got to be one of the best security blankets any quarterback in the history of the NFL could have.
Yeah, I mean, it's another special year for Greg Olsen in 2015. Became the seventh tight end in the history of the NFL to have back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Obviously, that's rare air right there. 1,104 yards, that was a career high. And as we know, he's out there every play. He's not just a receiving tight end, but his receiving numbers off the charts, near the top of the league in every category.
Well, Ed Dickson is another reliable target for Cam Newton. Max, talk about some of the other guys in there battling. You got a mix of rookies and younger veterans competing for those spots at the tight end position.
You're right, Mike. We do. Of course, we know about the veterans, Greg Olsen. We know about Ed Dickson as well, who's made some big plays for this team in his career here in Carolina. You look at the draft, Carolina did bring in a tight end with their last pick. Tight end Bo Sandlin is a guy that they feel pretty good about, an athletic, natural pass catcher. Is going to have to figure out what it's going to take to be a successful blocker in this league at the tight end position. Tight ends coach Pete Hainer is going to make that very clear as we get down to training camp and the pads come on. But he's an intriguing talent, and we'll see what kind of player he can develop into for this team. You also look at guys like Scott Simonson. I mean, he was another guy who the Panthers brought in for a look, like what they saw, and he's been able to stick around. He's learning from a guy like Greg Olsen, and he's hoping to take another few steps in his game. So we'll see how those younger tight ends continue to develop as we get down to Spartanburg.
And one other guy, got to sneak him in there, Marcus Lucas, because a lot of people don't realize he came to this team as a wide receiver. Now he's dressed up like a tight end. He can provide some mismatches.
I mean, he's an interesting prospect. He kind of fits the build from a physical standpoint of creating those mismatches, like you said, Mike. You know, you have to mention all the guys in this group. You mentioned Braxton Deaver from Duke as well, the undrafted rookie from Charlotte. And the reason you mention all these guys is because the Panthers value that position. They've kept 4 tight ends on the 53-man roster for 3 years running. So as you look to that 4th spot in particular, it's going to be a heated battle.
Well, these guys at the tight end position, hey, they're just an extension of the offensive line, and we will take a look at them coming up on Panthers.com.